Welcome back to my reviews of the Beast Wars ongoing comic book series. We are now on to the fourth issue of this series. This issue begins with Nyx having recently escaped from the Predacons thanks to the heroic actions of Dinobot in the previous issue. She finds herself hobbling through a forest, unable to call the other Maximals for help and unable to fly due to her injuries. Here, she makes mention of a CR chamber, which fans of the show should recognize. But the note at the bottom of the panel claims that CR is short for cryogenic restoration. I want to call this out as false, as doesn't cryogenics usually involve freezing someone? And I'm pretty sure the C in CR chamber is computerized, as in computerized recovery chamber or computerized restoration chamber. Although, checking the wiki, I only see it referenced as creation/restoration in Beast Wars, cryonic regeneration in the Dreamwave books, and cryogenic restoration in the IDW continuity. So I don't know where I got computerized from. Either it's from my own headcanon, or maybe it was mentioned in a convention panel or something, but not noted on the TF wiki. It's never stated what CR stands for in the cartoon, as far as I'm aware, but to me, CR stands for either computerized, recovery, or restoration. But enough of me griping about such a minor detail. On with the review. So, against her onboard computer's advice, Nyx transforms into robot mode, and she is attacked by this monster? Seriously, what is this thing? It's like a green-horned, ring-tailed, saber-toothed tiger kind of thing. Which immediately brings up all kinds of questions. First of all, what is this thing? Second, I assumed, like the original cartoon, that the Maximals and Predacons had crashed on prehistoric Earth, not the world of Avatar. Well, I guess it could be that Avatar too, I guess, but I was actually thinking of the other Avatar. So Nyx seemingly forgot that her weapons were disabled, so she is forced to improvise with a stick.
Oh, really, Dinobot? A stick? Against a transmetal? I think not.
I don't think that thing is a transmetal. Maybe more like a fusor or something. Luckily, Nyx is saved by Dinobot. But Nyx falls unconscious, but not into stasis lock, or stasis mode as they refer to it here. Even though stasis lock is usually what they'd go into on the show, which is basically the equivalent of being knocked out. They're not dead, they're in stasis lock, just unconscious and in serious need of medical attention. Which basically describes what Nyx's condition is here. Again, I'm wondering why they made a point of making this distinction that Nyx wasn't in stasis mode. But anyways, at the Axalon, the Maximals are working on a solution to find Nyx, when Optimus finds one, and they go to get her. On board the Nemesis, Tarantulas is cursing Dinobot as he is still trying to reverse the lockdown that he initiated in the previous issue. And it looks like Waspinator and Scorponok are playing some kind of card game. Aww, so cute. They finally get the door open, and Megatron gives everyone their orders to hunt down Dinobot and Nyx. And I kind of love that Megatron calls Scorponok a ranger, which just kind of reminds me of the D&D class, or the WoW class. Oh, wait, that's hunter. But still, it's kind of the same thing. Aww. So, I don't know D&D that well, but I know in WoW, hunters have pets. So, if Scorponok was a hunter, does that mean his Cyberbee would be his pet? Aww. Now I just want to go play WoW. No, I've got this and a ton of other reviews to catch up on. I'll get back into WoW when I have the time. Back outside the Axalon, the Maximals are waiting as Dinobot finally arrives with Nyx on his back. The Maximals are understandably very hostile towards the Predacon, but Dinobot keeps his cool. When Cheetor leaps at Dinobot, who quickly catches him and throws him to the ground, Cheetor says, "Why do I suddenly have this overwhelming sense of deja vu?" Which I don't really get. Is this a reference to the weird saber-toothed monster cat that Dinobot fought off earlier? Cheetor wouldn't know anything about that. Although I guess you could describe Cheetor's Transmetal 2 form as a weird saber-toothed monster cat thing as well. So is this supposed to be some kind of odd meta joke for the fans? Speaking of fan service, we get Optimus Primal saying the classic line,
Well, that's just prime.
and we end this episode with Dinobot formally requesting to join the Maximals, because they are good and honorable and stuff like that.
Attention, Maximals. My name is Dinobot. I have left the Predacons to join your group.
This guy's got bearings of chrome steel.
Oh, for booting up cold? You're not gonna believe a Predacon, are you?
Well, this was a pretty good issue. I really liked Dinobot in this issue. I liked how he was very cool and collected. And I like how he had to work around Nyx's computer's security. Which seems like pretty shoddy security if all you have to do is rephrase your question, and it'll lead him back to your base. I thought the part where Megatron set their own ship to self-destruct if anyone sets foot on board was pretty nuts. Megatron definitely seems more manic in this comic than he ever did on the cartoon. And finally, I love the cute little moment of Waspinator and Scorponok playing cards while they waited. I wonder what sort of game they were playing. Also, Hasbro. I remember I mentioned this in my review of the Cyberverse episode Wild Wild Wheel. But I seriously want some Cybertronian playing cards. And now I want a Cyberverse version and a Predacon version. Come on, Hasbro. How hard is it to make a fancy deck of cards? I know I'd buy at least 2 of each set, one to keep mint and one to play with. But yeah, that's basically going to do it for this review of the latest issue of the Beast Wars ongoing comic book. It's a good issue. I'm glad all the players are finally in their place. And I can't wait to read more. Especially to see what's up with that weird kitty. Are they on Earth? Or somewhere else entirely? Was it a normal cat mutated by raw energon deposits? Or perhaps a creation of the Vok meant to test them? And of course, there were some good letters and some cute Nyx fan art in this latest Maximal mailbag. Because, of course, everyone likes Nyx. So yes, before I go on again, that will do it for this review. As always, let me know what you thought of this latest issue of Beast Wars down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next month for Beast Wars issue 5. Just another manic melee. Sounds like the Maximals and Predacons will finally face off. So, see you next time for that.